Alright all, like the title suggests, in today's video I'm going to be going over the ports that make up my system and why I've chosen these ports. Let me roll that intro and I'll be right back. Alright all, if you like PC gaming, you like tech and you're on a budget, you like this kind of content, make sure you go down there and give me a like on the video, give me a dislike if you don't like this type of content. Make sure you hit me up in them comments. I go through them every weekend on my live show here Saturday mornings. And don't forget that little subscribe button and notification bell where you're notified next time I go live or I put out a video here on YouTube. Alright all, like I said in the intro, I'm going to run down the ports to make up my system. I'll put together a PC port picker list for the ports that's in my system to go with the price of my system. Why this video came about was I had someone comment asking me about my system. And right here's the comment. Sorry, David, if I butcher your name here, but it's David Lunskitz, I guess. That was on the 2020-2000 Gaming, Streaming, and Editing PC port list. He says, hi there, I like your videos a lot. Tell me, please, which ports do you have in your PC? And is it for gaming or for video cutting or making music? That's a multi-port question. Number one, I'm not much into music. I don't even like the radio when I drive, usually. Sometimes I turn it on just to have some background noise, but I normally don't even listen to the radio. The main reason why I built my system was for 1080p gaming and on my YouTube. You know, it's for video editing and whatnot. My computer has been through quite a few revisions over the last few years since I started the channel. You know, I got a playlist of the upgrades that I've done to my computer, and about I can't give you a time frame of when I did them if you watch the videos. I'll put a link up here for that builds list for you, but I'm figuring to go ahead and do a dedicated video to this. You know, if he's wondering what my system is made of and whatnot, or I went in and put together a PC port picker list, and I also went back through my order history. And of course, if you've ever seen any of my videos, you know I do everything on a budget. You know, this is the price of the ports today, which I didn't pay this much for most of these ports, which I'll explain that when I go down through the ports and go down through the PC port picker list. I kind of typed back to David, and you know, I gave him a short breakdown of what the main ports of my system. This is going to be my complete system, and there was a few extras in there that I didn't put in the list. I didn't think about adding into it. So let's get into the PC port picker list, and I'll show you all the ports that make up my system. Here's the PC port picker list. Okay. Let's start out with the CPU. I got the AMD RYZEN 7 2700. They got it for $242. Right there it is. AMD RYZEN 7 2700, 8 core, 16 thread, 3.2 gigahertz, boosts up to 4.1 by itself. It shows right here on Newegg you can get for $149. PC port picker, for some reason, it's got it listed as $242 at Amazon. I don't know why they didn't go with the Newegg listing. But I didn't even pay that $149 for it. If you've seen the upgrade of the AMD gaming system, I got mine on Black Friday. It was about $140. So their PC port picker list pricing on this is going to be way off. Which I'll give you a little bit of a breakdown on at the end of what I think they well overdid. And for my cooler, I got the Cooler Master Hyper T4. It's $40. But there it is. It's no longer available. It's out of stock. It's a pretty good little cooler. It's got four direct heat pipes and whatnot. But that's the CPU cooler that I'm running on my system. I do have the ASUS Prime X470 Pro ATX AM4 motherboard. I had to manually put this in because the motherboard itself is no longer available. It's currently unavailable, so they didn't have a price on it, so I had to manually put that in. I went back through where I ordered it and seen what I paid for it, and that's the price that I put in for it. So I know that price is correct. My G.SKILL Ripjaws 5 series for the RAM says $140. I don't believe that I paid that much for my RAM. It's the G.SKILL Ripjaws 5 series, 32 gigabytes, 216 gigs. That way it runs in dual channel, 32 megahertz speeds. It's all black kit. I'm not really sure on what I paid for mine, but that's probably I think that's a little over. I think I only paid about 80 bucks for my kit when I ordered it. For my storage, I got the 660p. That's for my main boot drive and my video editing software and whatnot. They got it listed for 125. I think I only paid a little over 100 for mine when I ordered it. But of course, with everything that's going on in the world today, you know, these prices are going to be up a little bit. My other storage I got, they didn't even find it no place. PC Port Picker didn't find it, so I had to put the link in for it. But I run the WL 3 terabyte 7200 RPM hard drive for my mass storage. That's mainly for my games. That's for my YouTube video content, my thumbnails, everything like that. That's where I keep all that at. And that's probably about right, probably about $44, which is a pretty good price for a 3 terabyte hard drive. I've never heard of a WL. I have no idea who makes this hard drive, but I've been using it now for several months and I've had no problems with it. And it came with pretty good ratings. I mean, 3.7 stars out of 5 on Amazon here. I mean, it's holding up fairly well. I'm happy with that. As far as my graphics card goes, I got the XFX RX 580. They got this listed for $170 right now on Amazon, which I didn't pay that. I bought this used off of eBay whenever the mining craze crashed. So I paid like $100 for mine, I think it was. But that's pretty close to what well, it's about $70 over what I paid for it. For my case, I'm running a Fractal Design Focus G. It's got, and I run it stock with just the two 120 fans in the front. My temperature is running fine on my CPU and on my GPU. I have no problem with this. It's got a full flesh matte mesh front. It's got a acrylic side panel on it. It's a pretty nice case. It's easy to build on. I'll link the video up here if you want to see me building this case. But I have no problem with this case. It does what I need it to do. I think that's a little high too. They're saying it's $60. I think I got it on sale for like $50. I believe. The power of the whole system, I got the CORSAIR RMX. That was a 2018 when I ordered it. A 650 watt power supply, fully modular, gold certified. Right here's my power supply that I'm running. And yes, I've been using this power supply since 2016, so it's about 4 years old and it's still going great. It comes with a 5-year warranty, so it's actually still under warranty yet, believe it or not. Even though it's out of stock. It's mainly out of stock because they've made newer ones of it. They got it as $125. If I'm remembering correctly, like I said, it's been 4 years ago. I think that's about the right price. That's probably about what I paid for that unit. Then the add-on that I got in this case is to read my cards for my camera. I got the Rosewill C1 IC001. Ain't that an interesting name? Basically, this is a card reader to read the cards from my camera. Basically, I don't know. It does the job. It's only USB 2, so it's pretty slow on the transfer rates and whatnot from the card, but it does what it needs it to do. And 17 bucks. I think back in the day when I first bought it, I think it was a little bit higher than that. I think I paid about $25 or something like that for it. But yeah, by PC Port Picker list here, they got my system totaling about $1,100, $1,097.72. And like I said, you know, I got the processor a lot cheaper than the 242 that was listed. I got my RX 580 for about $70 off. I only paid about $140 for my CPU. You know, so it's off by what, about $170. So each subtract $170, it's about $900 system that I got. And as far as this question goes, you know, why did I build the ports? Okay, I went over what ports is in my system. Like I said, I'm not much into music, you know. I mainly do 1080p gaming. Everything I do on YouTube is 1080p. Most people watch video in 1080p anyways, especially if you watch on a phone or a tablet. Which, little spoiler alert coming up, I'm going to go over my gear that I use and my setup that I have. I'm going to be doing a video on that as well. But yeah, them's the parts that make up my system and why I built my system. I think that's going to pretty well wrap it up for today's video, guys. Make sure if you like this kind of content, make sure you go down and give me a like. If you didn't like this content, give me a thumbs down. Don't forget that comment section down there. I go through them every weekend on my live show here Saturday morning, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here in the U.S. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on. That way you're notified next time I put out a video or go live here on YouTube. With all that being said, you all have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video or live stream.